What is up, guys? Here we have the second place Nationals champion here. Here's his trophy to prove that he did win it, and the Yamato second place here. And you decided to play Lucci.
Yes.
Lucci being a underdog, I would say, into today's meta. Would you agree with that?
I think it's actually really good into this meta.
Okay.
Does lose to the BY and Blackbeard. But other than that, I think it's pretty solid overall.
Yeah, those two matchups are very unlikely to be played, and you had to play it in the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
And you're from Hawaii, right?
Yes.
So aloha, welcome to I guess Florida, because I'm not even from here.
Thank you.
So he came all the way from Hawaii with Lucci, and he dominated most of the matchups and losing out in the finals, unfortunately, but still a very good ROI, I would say, especially since you were able to win all these nice prizing.
Yep.
Here's his friends. Say hi.
Hello.
All from Hawaii. Okay, so let's go into your deck list, and and then we'll go into your matchups afterwards.
Okay, sounds good. So I did sort it by cost, if that's cool with you.
That's totally cool.
So 1 6 King pistol. I kind of wanted it for some CP consistency and 3K because my hand gets bricked up with non-counter.
Right.
It's just pretty good as a card. 4 Ice Ages, super necessary. You can't run less than 4. Do you want me to go over the effects I need?
No, you don't have to. I think most people know what Lucci does at this point.
4 Tempest Kick, can't run less. It's great.
Yeah.
3 Spandam. I cut it to 3. I think it's really important, but I just wanted rooms for some other techs, and it was okay. It ran well.
Yeah, I saw some people cutting to the 4th one. Do they normally play 3 or 4?
I think they normally play 4. It's really good into like BY and Blackbeard, your bad matchups. I kind of really wanted more counter, and then different CPs that I'll show a little bit later.
Okay.
And different techs.
Sweet.
Suru I play 3 of, mainly for the 2K body, and then it's -2, so it's pretty helpful. And it's a 1 cost, so you can play it in kill Dofis, and just other matchups is pretty good. It's good off of the get-go if you need it.
Yes.
Yeah. We play 2 Uta. This is probably the difference between other lists and mine.
I mean, what does this do?
Uta is activate main, rest, and then -2 cost. And then it can be KO'd by battle by leaders, so your opponent's leader can't swing at it.
Yeah.
The idea is in Dofi, you just like control their board, and if they have no board, Uta won't die. She can be bounced, which is fine, but she won't die, which is great.
Which is the good
Yeah.
part.
It's also pretty helpful in P-Luffy matchups and other matchups, depending on what you run. So if you, for example, are playing against a Blackbeard and you -2 off of Uta, swing once, -1 with a leader, and then you can Kaido for free without using anything else. So that's pretty good. If you run like Zombie Luffy, you can -2 and kill their Burgess, which is pretty helpful too. Yeah.
Oh, Zombie Luffy.
Yeah, I don't run Zombie Luffy, but just in case. 1 Helmeppo. This was one of my later cuts. I cut this to 1. I think it's still necessary. Kind of iffy about it, but 1's okay.
That's good.
Please, if you are in an active side event,
Double Spandine, just a great card. Some people run 3. I kind of run 2. I think it's fine. But you can run 3 and like play it early against Blackbeard if you want, if you can. 4 Brooks, very good card. You need 4. I think you can try to cut it to 3, but 4 for sure. 4 Rebecca's, 3 different arts, because I'm a pleb like that, and that's fine.
No, actually, there's a strategy to this.
I heard. A lot of people thought I was running 2, and then, I guess the 1-1, which is really funny.
Yeah, the strategy is to see if you want to play with less copies of her, so you know if the 4th one came up or not.
Okay, I like that. Respectable. That's fair. Yeah, this card has to be a 4 of. People want it to be banned. It's really good.
Okay, sweet. Awesome.
4 Lucci. Can't cut it to 3, I think. It's worth trying, but really good card. You need it against a lot of matchups, and it's your Gecko target.
Okay, sweet.
So for the rest of my 2Ks, I run triple Khalifa and triple Kaku.
Okay.
I don't run Who's Who. I think Who's Who is respectable in against Bello Betty, maybe, for the trigger, and just if you really need it on 5, then you can play it. But these are for the cost reductions. They both came up, and they're pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I lean Khalifa the most, and then maybe Kaku.
Yeah.
Never mind, you guys are going to go surprising at this time.
1 Sabo.
There you go, only 1. So,
yeah, this is a greedy cut. I think 2 is fine. I definitely needed it in the finals, but it came up really late, and that's fine. Good in the black matches, but yeah, I think 1 is okay depending on the meta. I think it's okay. Double Kaku. Kaku is great. He comes up, he's good curve, and he's just helpful against Dofi and these other matchups, like P-Luffy maybe, especially with the Uta. 3 Jack. Also was thinking about cutting it to 2. I've seen people do it before, but I really like 3. Was great in my matchups overall. Yeah, I think that 3 was fine.
Sweet, nice.
4 Gecko, probably the best card in this deck.
Yes, sir.
Just plays whatever you want. It's pretty great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have much to say about that. Yeah.
Gecko.
Double Kaido.
Okay.
Kaido's really good into BY, I guess, and Blackbeard. Those are the main 2. Helpful against the go wide decks or go big decks like Shanks, Bonnie, and so forth. It's just an easy removal without using too much cost reduction like Ice Ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the list.
And a big body too.
Yep. Big
All
body
right.
too.
Let's. What are your matches throughout the whole day, and see if you had an easy run or a bad run.
Yeah. So I had a interesting run. My first round was against Lucci.
Okay.
I admittedly can't remember too much of it, but I did win, which is great.
Won the mirror. Cool.
My round 2 was against P-Luffy. I lost this one. I actually lost to the person who ended up first in Swiss.
Okay.
That match was pretty awful. I just had 8 cards in hand, 0 shield, and super died. I know he swung lead for 5, and I just had to take it because I had no counter. It was just really, really rough.
Right.
I think my starting hand was really bad too. There's no way around it. I just couldn't do it.
The P-Luffy player.
Yeah, it was rough, but I mean he got first, so it was really good.
In Swiss, yeah.
My next matchup was Anel. That individual was really, really nice from Canada.
Yeah, Canadians are generally.
Yeah, they were super chill, super nice. I did win. I started top decking, but I had 10 life, and he just couldn't keep up with the pressure.
Yeah.
The next one was Dofi. Dofi's I can't remember too well. I know generally Uta helps a lot, Brooks and so forth.
And Kaku.
And Kaku.
Yeah.
Yep, Kaku indeed. Geckos for sure. You just kind of try to start them out and then kill them later on.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I played another Lucci. Kind of same
As round 1.
as round 1. You kind of just establish Jack if possible, go first or second. Or you always try to go first if possible.
Yeah.
Establish Jack and then move on from there. And then you keep the Rebecca Sabo in your pocket if necessary.
Sweet.
Yeah. Dofi again. So I played a bunch of Luccis and Dofis.
Okay.
I played Dofi again. I did win that one. I can't say much about the matchup. Oh, I do. I can. So this matchup, I saw almost everything that I wanted, except there were 4 Luccis at the bottom, and that was just stuck there. And I was trying to dig for a little bit, but I just, it was fine because I still did win in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty rough without Luccis.
Yeah, but you still won.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Clutch it out.
Yeah. The next round was against one of my friends, Lucci. Really rough team kill.
Oh no.
Really sad. I want to say I went first in that matchup, and yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I assume I established a Jack, and then just played a lot more Morias and won out.
Yeah, more Morias win.
Yeah. The next one was a Lucci. I think neither of us established Jack. I actually thought I was gonna lose, but then I Rebecca Saboed, and then also played a Brook off of the Rebecca that killed a Helmeppo that was just there.
Yeah.
And he couldn't close out the game, and then I just eventually pushed for game.
Nice.
Yeah. The next one was against Shanks. I did lose
What round
this
is this?
matchup. This was round 9. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Oh, sorry, 8.
8. So
And
we're
then-
going to round 9.
Yeah, round 9 was against Shanks. I did lose this matchup. He played aces, which really hurts the deck if you don't have double removal or swing potential. I think I drew 1 Gecko total. I actually think I wasted that Gecko. I shouldn't have played it. So that was a misplay on my end, but I did end up losing it, so it's fine. I think he did misplay once by swinging at the Uta with his leader, and it just happened.
Okay, so you made top cut going X2.
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah.
to be the trend. If you
Yeah.
go X2 going into top cut,
Yeah.
you somehow do really well
So I
at
was,
the end.
the highest X2 seed because
Okay.
I lost in the first place, and then I think the guy who beat me in the last round was 9. So
Okay.
I just the highest top 2 seed, or
Okay.
sorry, X2 seed.
Let's talk about top 32
Yeah.
and onwards.
So top 32, my first one was against Shanks. First game was really, really close. I needed a 2k off of life to win, or to be successfully guarded. And then I was able to get it, so I did win. I think if he managed to dawn differently, I would have lost for sure. But it's kind of hard to
You won the die
take
roll?
that. So If you're higher seed, you get to choose.
Oh, that's
first
right.
Or
Yeah,
second.
I'm so sorry.
So I
You're
was
right.
able to choose,
Yes.
and so I chose second. I think that's the favorable
Yeah.
spot, and then go from there. I was really greedy with that game, and I was pretty lucky to win that, honestly.
Sweet.
And then the second game was kind of a roll. I just like had too many geckos and cost reductions. It was pretty awful and
Got it.
kind of gross. Yeah, but I did win, so we take those.
There you go.
Yeah. The next one in I think top 16.
Yeah, top 16. Yes.
Was versus Shanks again.
Wow.
So the first
Shanks.
one was I think the difference there is neither of them run Roger, but this one didn't run Roger. Sorry.
Okay, didn't.
Yeah. I'm sorry. The first round guy wasn't playing Ace. He was playing Marco, which is kind of similar, kind of different. This one was playing Ace, so it was harder.
Yeah.
I lost that game going second, and I ran it back going second. I got pretty lucky and like barely managed to scoop out the win, but unfortunately I was kind of taking a while for game 1 and 2. So game 3 was kind of close to overtime. I would say like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So I think we were both pretty pressured with the amount of time remaining.
Yeah, of course.
Which probably mattered a lot more for him and how he played the game. He made more decisions about putting Dawn on his lead and going face for, pressure. I made more decisions to establish board and play kind of fast. I really sacked him by drawing like Tempest.
Yeah.
I double Ice Age to kill a Shanks with a Brook. And it was just a lot. I think we did still have a couple minutes in time, but I just feel bad about that match because it took a while and then we were both pressured by the time.
Yeah.
Overtime. But I did win, so
job.
we take those. Yeah, no
Good job.
complaints. The next one was against Bonnie in top 8, I believe.
8, uh-huh.
I think Bonnie's a pretty good matchup for Lucci. So I did win that one. 2-0. He committed a bunch of searchers at the start. I was able to kill them. He established Dofi, I think 2 times for both games, so 2 each. I killed everyone but one, and it was pretty rough for him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I did double Ice Age 1 and just swing Brook at him. He could have stunned the Brook, but he chose not to. So I guess that's on him for that. I definitely still could have killed it, but not as easy, I guess.
Okay.
Next matchup was top 4 against Jonas playing Dofi. Great player. Round 1 I lost. I believe he chose, so he chose first, which is kind of rough for Lucci. I made a really kind of bad play, maybe. I had Uta at the start, and then I trashed 2k, 1k, 1k for his 7k swing to get enough trash for Lucci. We talked about it after, and I think his play made sense where he said maybe trash one of the cards and just still take the life instead, which makes sense because you still get the trash for Lucci. That's something I should think about a lot more going forward. That was just
Okay.
not
Yeah,
great.
smart
But
stuff.
I lost that matchup. I lost that game, so. I
And
definitely
you won.
played
You came
for it.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a smash,
Yeah.
honestly.
It's a good matchup for you, right?
I think so too. Yeah, I
Right.
think it is a pretty good matchup. You definitely want to go first and not second.
Yeah.
I think Uta kind of helps for a second as well, and just in general. Second game was a little hard to remember. I know that I won it. I established Jack early, and Jack just provides a free kill every turn. I want to say I established a Mori or two too, and I kind of just did the Lucci plan, kill the board and then swing game later. I was trying to play my best around the I think he runs 3 gravity blades, so trying your best to swing around and play around it if possible, but if not, it's fine. And then third game, I went second. I had Uta. I had eventually triple Brook and the Jack on curve, so I was able to reestablish whatever I needed. I was at, I believe, 1 or 0, 1 life for a long time. And he had 4, so it's just about controlling their hand size
Right.
and shooting killing their units. I think the play that won me the game is he swung 9, bounced Lucci. I guarded with the rest of my hand, even though I had 1 life. That's just for the tempo. And that next turn, I top decked Rebecca. I played the Lucci and the Rebecca, KO'd his full board, and then made it so he couldn't win at all, and then I can push for game as necessary.
Very good.
And even if he doesn't bounce the Rebecca, I still get another turn because he has 1, and I can clear the board and then swing again at life.
Wow.
That's pretty much it for that. It was really close though still, and I'm pretty happy about that win.
Okay.
It was really close.
Let's talk about the finals.
Yeah, so
How
finals
did you
was
feel going in?
BY.
On stage.
My first BY of the 2 days, which
Oh,
is
no.
great and bad, I guess. Mainly,
Yeah.
I think it's great, honestly.
I think it's great too.
I didn't play against any Blackbeard and any BY until then, so honestly, I got super lucky. I really can't complain about that, and that's just a fact. BY is really rough. I did lose 2-0 or 1-0-2. He did like everything he wanted, established a bunch of Kuzans early. He Kuzan Sabo to protect the Sabos.
Yeah.
I only run one Sabo and I just didn't see it at all. Game 1. Game 2 looked really weird, and that's because again I was searching for Sabo and I saw it like the last turn. I think he just had the tempo and he had everything he needed.
Yeah. It was his day.
Yeah, it was. And
Yeah.
it's a really hard matchup for Lucci anyways.
Yeah.
The only tech that I really have against it is Kaido. And you can play like more cards to play against the tech, like more Sabos, Zombie Luffy, or Nightmare Luffy, and other cards as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a really rough matchup, and I'm just happy to play second.
So going forward, you're gonna play more Sabos in the future? For
It's
OP-09,
a
of
great
course.
question. I want to see how the meta develops actually,
Okay.
and then we'll kind of take it from there and see what we can do.
Develop for OP-09?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I assume it will. I assume that Blackbeard takes over a little bit, or like
Yeah.
sees a bit more popularity.
Because of Taxi Luffy.
Yeah, and then just people like being more prepared for this matchup, or overall of the games, and maybe figure out a way to play against Dofi and stuff.
Nice,
yeah.
nice. Kaden, it was nice having you on the channel, and
Thank you.
yeah, this will be on the internet, and I think I'm the only one doing this profile.
Nice.
So yeah, you'll be out there, and if people want to play a retro format of OP-09, you'll be remembered as the Lucci player that got second place at Nationals.
Nice. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, and safe travels home, and aloha to all the people in Hawaii.
Hey,
So yeah,
thank
I'll see you next time.
Thank you.